Senator Schumer and Sanders are rumored to be privately meeting to discuss passing a massive spending bill without President Biden and without Republicans. Sanders wants recurring stimulus checks and a $2,000 check to start, but I'll share why I think the recurring part is unlikely. The Senate passed a $250 billion bipartisan bill, which proves they can work together in Congress for the benefit of the United States. Also, the richest people in the world might be the richest based on how little taxes they're paying. Hello, and welcome to today's June 10th Daily News Report, as well as ongoing stimulus check package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now, so I can keep you up to date on what's going on in Washington, D.C., what's going on in the economy, money, investing, and other funny news. Alright. Now, remember. People are using my face to try to trick you into giving them information by texting them about money, investing, or your taxes. That is not me. Why would I text you? I don't know you, right? So don't fall for it. Don't be scammed. Also, Casey and I are giving away over $2,000 in prizes and cash that will end on the 15th of this month. And we're able to do that because of the amazing sponsors that I've lined up. Make sure to follow that link and go get your name in to win one of the prizes or be one of the cash winners. Alright. Now, I'd like to know right out of the gates from my community, did you receive your IRS stimulus check this week? The IRS said that they were sending out just under 3 million IRS stimulus checks for those that overpaid on unemployment from 2020, a big chunk was paid out last week. And then to the yesterday, there was supposed to be just under 3 million. So will you let me know? No, I did not get my IRS stimulus check, or yes, I did get my IRS stimulus check. I'm just trying to gauge how many people in the community are getting that and how much to cover that here in my broadcasts. Alright, now, it's now come out that President Biden has ended negotiations with Senator Capito, and that he will be meeting with a new group of Republicans to attempt to achieve a bipartisan spending bill, and stimulus package. Now I'm not sure if they're going to keep the same names, or if they're going to change that up, but I imagine it will stay under the Build Back Better plan that Biden ran his presidential campaign on. And, it may even keep the American Families Plan, which was the stimulus package. And then it was the jobs package. So physical infrastructure, social infrastructure, we've learned now that the Democrats only have one more budget reconciliation vote. So they originally had a $4 trillion bill that they split into to try to get more traction in Congress. They're now going to have to bring those back together. Now it's rumored. And this wouldn't surprise me at all, right? That a Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Bernie Sanders are privately having conversations about how to put together the most comprehensive spending bill and get it through. Right. So they're not waiting on President Biden anymore. They think that he should walk away from all negotiations with Republicans. And that they want to do one massive spending bill that would have physical infrastructure with roads and bridges, free daycare, stimulus checks, free, community college. So all of this, every idea that I've been telling you about on my channel, they are going to try to get into one big bill. Now both these senators are saying, listen, it's just time to move forward. We can't waste any more time. We're running out of year. Right. And we're running out of budget reconciliation votes. And so they're saying, forget the Republicans. We control the entire United States government. Let's just push our ideas in and get going on this. Okay. Now, what we don't know yet is, will they include a fourth stimulus check for $2,000? Both Bernie Sanders and Chuck Schumer signed their name to proposals saying one more stimulus check. Okay. And Senator Sanders has attached his name to the proposal of a $2,000 stimulus check and $1,000 recurring stimulus checks. So the big question is, have they just been teasing the public, right? With this idea of a forced stimulus check, or are they going to take all the power they have in government right now and actually push a stimulus check through? Is this a massive dangling carrot, or will they actually do it? We're going to find out, right? Whether they are just making promises and teasing of an idea, or whether they will actually do it. We now know the deadline that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is shooting for, which is to have all the ideas in and a vote done before Independence Day, right before July 4th. So we now have less than 30 days. For them to get all of this done. A lot's going to be coming out in the next 30 days right now. A recent article on Business Insider said that Senator Sanders not only wants a forced stimulus check, but wants recurring stimulus checks. Okay. Now I usually try to keep my opinion out of my broadcasts, But many of you have been asking for it. I don't know that I see recurring stimulus checks. Okay. Now don't shoot the messenger. Don't blast me in the comment section. I'm just trying to be real with you. I could see a forced stimulus check happening to a targeted group, maybe a $600 check or a $1,200 check or even a $2,000 check. Right. That's what they're calling for. But a $2,000 or a $1,000 check every single month. I just don't see that happening. Okay. Now I could be wrong because very, very last minute they threw in these children's stimulus checks that will happen every single month from July to December and then a lump sum in the spring of next year. So I'm not saying that recurring checks couldn't happen, but just based on the price. I just don't want to overhype the recurring part of the stimulus check. So if it's in the news, I'll cover it. Senator Sanders has called for it and he's made recent comments about it. But I just don't want to overhype it. Okay. I also don't want to overhype the forced stimulus check. Told you guys just a few days ago. I'm about 50. I could see it happening. I could also see it not happening. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that's in the news, but I also didn't want to overhype it. So you guys, thank you guys so much for giving these videos a like. I really appreciate that. It helps get the word out to YouTube, helps my channel. And I really enjoy bringing you the news. So hopefully you appreciate me, just trying to tell you how it is right with what's in the news. Alright, now, speaking of what's in the news, finally, the Senate came together and passed a new bipartisan bill in a vote of 68 yeses to 32 noes. The Senate agreed to pass a $250 billion technology and manufacturing bill to help the United States stay competitive on a global scale, but specifically stay ahead of China when it comes to technology and science and manufacturing. Now, normally you would need 60 votes to get this passed. And the Senate right now is equally split 50-50 with Vice President Kamala Harris being the tie-breaking vote. However, they were 18 votes above what they needed. So that's a big deal, right? 8 votes above what they needed and 18 above the 50-50 split. So they're on board with making sure that the United States is competitive when it comes to science, manufacturing, and technology. Right now, the United States is dealing with a major chip shortage. These chips are used in cars, computers, cell phone, medical equipment, and much, much more. Part of this has to do with the global lockdown that we all just lived through, but a large part of it has to do with the fact that, the United States handed our supply chain off to China when it came to medical supplies and manufacturing. The United States has the same issue when it comes to prescription drugs and medical equipment. The pandemic really opened our eyes to the fact that we're relying on other countries too much. We could be creating lots of jobs here and having stuff made right here in the United States. So with Biden's new Buy in America plan, they will invest more money in bringing the supply chain and the jobs that come with that supply chain back to the United States of America. Alright, now this bill will bounce over to the House, with Nancy Pelosi, and it is expected to pass. There could be a few changes that they try to make, but it's expected to pass. Okay. Now I'm all for privacy when it comes to income and how much you paid in taxes. However, somebody at the IRS has leaked the tax amounts of the wealthiest families in America. And it's not pretty okay. The 25 wealthiest people in the United States saw their collective net worth grow by almost $1 trillion during the pandemic. However, it has come to light that collectively they only paid $13.6 billion in taxes. It's come to light that Warren Buffett paid 0.1% taxes. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world that owns Amazon and dozens of other companies, only paid 0.98%. It's crazy, not even 1%. Michael Bloomberg, who ran for president, only paid 1.3% and Elon Musk paid 3.27%. Okay. Meanwhile, small businesses all across the country are paying taxes and trying to compete with these behemoth companies. Right? So this is why some in Congress are saying, hey, we need to file, these, antitrust monopoly lawsuits against, Amazon and Microsoft and Apple, and some of these big players. That don't seem to be paying their fair share when it comes to corporate taxes and personal taxes. I can tell you honestly, after applying every single tax, legal tax write-off that I could, I still paid over 25% of my income to taxes. So when I see that people paid less than 1%, I have to think, wow, no wonder. You're so rich. You got to keep so much more money than me, right? So, this is going to prompt investigations. Okay. Meanwhile, there's also the worry of the tax cuts from 2017 being repealed. That means that $6,500 on average would be taken away from families that make $100,000 or less. It really bothers me when wealthy people are paying less tax than the middle class. I don't like paying taxes, but I understand that they are necessary to keep our country a great country. Right. So, the leak will be investigated. But these wealthiest families that have gotten miles ahead of the rest of us will probably also be investigated. Right. All right, now while everyone did not catch CV, most of Americans caught the 19. Right? So according to lawmakers, as the economy is reopening, or not lawmakers, clothing makers. They are saying that, people are buying larger clothing sizes, than they were a year ago. So we caught the 19. I personally did. I don't know about you. Maybe let me know in the comments, did you lose weight or gain weight? I gained weight. I'll admit it. Right. Alright. Now, Chipotle unbalanced that it will be raising their prices on food across the board. Asked why? They are raising, they said, to accommodate paying their employees more money. So while we'd like to see rising wages, we're going to have to pay for it, as they are passing all of that on to the consumer. And my thinking is that we're going to see this more and more as these companies are either forced to pay more or choose to pay more. You and I are also going to be forced to pay more. So, with rising gas prices this year, Uber and Lyft have announced that they will be increasing the cost of their services. Bitcoin has been receiving lots of negative press lately, yet it's rising in value. The more they trash it, the more it rises over the last 10 days. Many in crypto worry that the governments of the world will try to control crypto, which is exactly why so many people are interested in crypto, as it's decentralized. It's not controlled by any one government. However, the country of El Salvador has decided to fully embrace Bitcoin and will, consider it an actual currency within their country. Even though it has wild ups and downs. Now, if you're looking to get into crypto, there's big money to be made. There's also big money to be lost. So just go in with your eyes open. It is a wild ride. I've had times where I've made lots of money in crypto. I've had times where I've had to write it out. I've also day traded and made more money on that investment than any other investment. So just be careful. Right. And remember, I'm not going to text you in the comments, crypto. That's not me. Don't fall for that. Alright, now, this is my update for today. A lot's going to be coming out right. Biden is, meeting with more Republicans. When he gets back from England, there are, private meetings going on to bypass Republicans and the president to get one massive spending bill through. Democrats are calling for stimulus checks. If they don't put them in, they're going to be in trouble. If they put them in, they might be in trouble. So we'll see what they end up doing. Okay. Now, this is my update for today. As they know more, I will definitely come on and share more. Before you go, make sure to sign up for that giveaway with over $2,000 in prizes and cash. Yesterday I got the kindest emails I've ever had. Somebody letting me know that they had literally run out of food, and winning the $300 from last month's contest was an absolute blessing of their life. So I love getting those. That's the reason I do these giveaways. So now, before you go, I just wish to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.
Cảm ơn này. Tôi đi